Hi everybody, welcome to this 30-minute flow focusing on hips and hamstrings. If you do like to practice with props, have them to hand, some yoga bricks, yoga blocks, always useful, but if you do not have them, please do not worry. We're going to start lying down, so make your way all the way onto your back. Hope you enjoy this class. We're starting here, lying down on your back. Just find a comfy shape. That might just be a starfish on your mat, or you might choose Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees drop out wide. As always, just giving ourselves a few moments to arrive into our practice, onto our mats. Let your eyes fall closed. And just breathe a little bigger into the body. Slowing down the breath, trying to make the breath as smooth as you can. Inhales matching exhales. And just enjoy the space that breath creates from the inside out. Let your body relax and just notice your muscles, your joints. How is everything feeling today? Perhaps a moment as well just to check in with your energy. And if you feel like you're a little bit on the low side of energy today, guys, the breath is a beautiful way of bringing energy into the body. Just enjoy another 2 or 3 big full breaths. When you're ready, taking your time, come to a full body stretch. Slide the legs out straight, reach the arms up and overhead. And just have a little stretch out from fingers to toes. Right knee pulls into the chest. Wrap both hands around that right knee and just squeeze it gently towards your right shoulder. Just let your left leg relax. The arms are doing the work. We just want to tap into our flexibility here. That is the external pressure from our hands creating the space between our 2 legs. Just one more breath. And then bring the hands behind the back of the thigh. Send all 5 toes up to the ceiling. Straighten out that leg. And have a little point and flex through the foot. Roll the foot in circles around the ankle one way and the other. Just to kind of wake up the back of the leg a little bit. You're going to finish with a good flex in that right ankle, the toes drawing back towards your face. Press your heel towards the sky. If you feel there's a little more space, guys, slide the hands higher up towards your right heel. Try and keep your back flat to the floor. Just one more breath in. Remaining that right leg nice and straight, just let go of the leg with your hand. Hands just come to rest on the floor. Squeeze your belly button in. Core is nice and strong. Slowly lower your right heel all the way down towards the ground until that right leg gently comes to rest straight out on the floor. Moving to your second side, left knee comes in. Grab the shin. Encourage your left knee towards your left shoulder. And again, just let the legs relax. The arms are doing the work here. And just breathe space into the hips, into that stretch between both thighs. Switching the hands to the back of the legs. Send the foot up to the sky, straightening out that left leg. Same as the first side. Have a little wiggle of the foot at the very top. Point and flex or circle the foot around the ankle. And maybe notice how that kind of switches the stretch around the leg. We come to finish with the toes drawing back towards your face, nice and active through the left heel. If there's space, you slide the hands up towards that left heel. Active in this thigh, guys. Keep squeezing the left knee. One more breath in. And then keeping that left leg nice and straight, release the arms. Squeeze your core, belly button pulls to spine. Start to lower your left leg straight to the floor. Right leg stays nice and straight. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Reach up and grab the leg. Give it a gentle pull and then switch sides. Right leg goes down, left leg comes up. You grab a hold of the leg, a gentle little squeeze, and you swap. We're just gonna keep going side to side like this. If you want to add in a little bit more, guys, squeeze your core. As you reach for your straight leg, lift up the head and the shoulders using those tummy muscles. So we're starting to scissor the legs, one then the other. Option from here, guys, work a little bit quicker. And maybe you don't put the leg down, it hovers an inch off the floor, squeezing those abs even more. Let's go for 6 more here. Try and keep your back to the ground. Just getting that stretch in between the thighs. Last 4. Belly button pulling in. Last 2, nice and strong. And last 1. Very nice, guys. Just relax completely back onto your mat. Take a big breath in. Hug the knees to your chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll forwards and backwards through the spine. And then we're going to use that momentum to come all the way up and over to all fours and to your downward facing dog. Just shimmy over the knees, hands under shoulders, rise the hips up and go to your down dog. And when you reach down dog, just have a little bend and stretch through the legs, that wiggle on the spot, extending through each heel. And maybe you add in a gentle little twist of the hips, the shoulders, really relax into the head. When you're ready for it, start to find stillness in your downward facing dog. Soften the knees, just relax the feet. Push into your arms, feel space at the armpits as you zip up the belly button. Your arms should feel like an extension of your spine. One more breath in. And exhale. Look forwards, walk your hands to the top of the mat. Feet a comfortable distance, parallel. Just ragdoll over the legs. Maybe cradle the elbows. Enjoy a nice sway side to side if you want it. Relaxing the hands to the ground. Take an inhale, rise up halfway. Lengthen the legs. Flatten out through the spine. Soften back over the legs. 2 more of those. Halfway lift. Inhale. Straighten out the legs. A little look forwards. And release down. 1 more time, guys. Halfway lift. Just let yourself fall to the floor. Bend into the knees and slowly curl up through the spine to stand tall. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. Nice little shrug of the shoulders as you reach the top. We take just 1 breath in. And exhale. Your next breath, send the arms up to the sky. And just open the elbows into a little cactus arm shape. Squeezing into those glutes. Breathe once more into your heart. Add in a gentle back bend. From here, reach all the way forwards and down. Grab your ankles. Bend your knees as much as you need. Elbows point outwards. Start to find your half lift, lengthening the back of the legs, lifting the chest just to the point where the arms go as straight as is available for your body. Keeping that grip on the ankles, soften the knees, bend the elbows and fold your tummy to your thighs. Look between your legs. Halfway lift, keeping the grip on the ankles. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Extend the lower back. And soften the knees. Pull your head to your shins. One more time, guys. Inhale to half lift. Keep that grip of the ankles. And exhale, pull with the elbows. Perhaps even tuck chin slightly to the chest. And release. Really well done, guys. Taking a halfway lift one more time. Hands come to the floor. Step back to your high plank. Option to drop the knees. Chest to floor or chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Exhale. Onto the tops of the feet. Rise up through the chest. Cobra or upward dog. Sending the hips back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Soft into the knees. Long into the arms. We reset here for 2 more breaths. Space in the back of the body. Make sure the feet are parallel at the back of your mat. 1 more inhale. We now move our feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. And just feel that 3-leg dog get as big as you can. Point through the lifted foot. Sink your left heel to the ground. Keep pushing nice and strong through the arms. If you can, try and keep your right hip in line with your left. Should feel a really nice stretch down this standing leg. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow, drift forwards. Inhale, push the right leg to the sky. Exhaling, right knee to left elbow, little twist under the body. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhaling, step right foot forwards in between the hands. Lower the back knee to the ground. Circle the arms forwards and up. And from here, just interlace the hands overhead. Have a little bend into the elbows. Dip the hips a little deeper towards that front heel. Make sure the knee is at least over the ankle. Soften the elbows. Have a little wiggle. Open up space in the shoulders. And just sink a little bit deeper into your lunge. 1 more breath in here. Those that have it, perhaps straighten out the arms. And gently release. Bring both hands down inside your front foot. Lift up the back knee and pivot around to the left-hand side. Deep side squat in your front knee. Opening up to ninja. Left toes point up to the sky. Sitting into that right hip. Feel the stretch now through the inner thighs. Your next breath, you inhale to cross the space. Come to the back of your mat. Skandasana on the other side. Ninja pose once again. 1 more breath to hold. You inhale to cross the space. We're coming back to the front of the mat. Look forwards. Pivot your feet. And just bring the hands either side of that front foot. Find your runner's lunge, fingertips to floor. Option here, guys, if you like to work with bricks, bring them to hand. You inhale the front leg straight into your pyramid. The blocks will bring the floor closer. Exhale to bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale to rebend the knee. 1 more time, guys. Into your pyramid. Straighten both legs. Zip up the belly button. Pull your right hip back in space. And then just start to let your left heel drop to the floor, but keep the foot square to the top of your mat. Start to lean a little bit more down with the upper body. If you have the space, reaching the fingertips as far forwards as you can. Breathe. Encourage right side of the ribs down over the right thigh. 1 more breath. And gently release. Hands come back under the shoulders. Soften your front knee. From there, guys, lose the blocks if you were working with them and take it to vinyasa. Step back to high plank. Breathe in. As you exhale, bend the elbows tight to the body, chest to floor or chaturanga. Onto the tops of the feet. Rise up the chest. Lifting the hips back. Downward facing dog. We take 1 inhale. Onto our second side, move the feet together at the back of the mat. Left leg goes up to the sky, 3-leg dog. Again, try and keep this right heel nice and straight and sinking to the floor. Point through your left toes. Feel as though that left leg is now an extension of the spine. Try not to turn out the hip. Keep that left thigh, left kneecap facing your mat. One more inhale, squeeze left glute. As you exhale, left knee comes forwards to left elbow. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, little twist under the body. Inhale, left leg high. We step it forwards to low lunge. Left foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. Circle the arms up to the sky. Nice soft interlace of the hands once more. Little bend in the elbows. Drive the hips forwards and down. And just breathe a little bit bigger into your upper body. Try and create a little bit of space in this front hip crease, so you're not kind of dumping into the lower back here. Pull the core in. Let's just go one more breath. Perhaps we straighten out the elbows. And gently let the hands come down. Frame your front foot. Same as before, guys. Left hand comes to the inside of left foot. Pick up your back knee. Pivot around to the right hand side. Deep side squat at the front of your mat in your left knee here in ninja pose. Option to keep the hands on the floor or maybe bring hands to heart center. Inhale, just one more breath. And exhale. Inhale to cross the space. Maybe try not to use your hands. Take it to the back of the mat. Deep side squat at the back. One breath where you are. Inhale to cross the space. Face forwards, pivot the feet. Frame your front foot once again. Squaring off the toes to the top of the mat. Option to grab those blocks once more. Inhale, squeeze inner thighs and straighten front leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Try a little look forwards. Inhale, front leg goes straight. 2 more. Exhale, rebend the knee. Last one. Inhale, front leg straight, and this is where we hold. Just relaxing that right heel towards the ground. It doesn't matter if it doesn't touch. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Perhaps try and reach a little further forwards if you can. Laying left ribs down over left thigh. Focus on drawing this left hip back in space so you're nice and level between your 2 hip bones. One more breath in. Squeeze your legs. And release. Come forwards back to your lunge. Lose the blocks, hands under shoulders. You step back to your high plank and into your vinyasa. Breathe. Exhaling, bend the elbows onto the tops of the feet. Rise up the shoulders. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. If you need a little pause, feel free. Drop the knees. Sit the hips back and come to child's pose. Using this short break to bring energy back into your body. Breathe space into the body. 2 more breaths. Very nice, guys. So building on that first round, we return to downward facing dog. Meet there together. Feet side by side at the back of the mat. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, right knee comes forwards to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow and hold it there. Shoot the foot off your mat, bringing the little toe edge to the floor. Spin your back heel to the floor. Lift your left arm, fallen triangle. Open up the heart to the sky. From here, we're going to sit the hips, the bottom to the floor. So you're facing the back corner. Square off over the legs so you've got a nice wide V shape. Reach up, lean forwards, fingertips to the ground. Trying to lower chin, chest, head as close to the floor as possible. If you can, focus on keeping your toes upright. One more breath in. Well done, guys. Return the hands. We're going to come out the way we went in. Right hand behind your back. Point through the toes. Drive your left arm up to the sky. Take the hips with you, fallen triangle. Left hand comes to the ground. Flip back over. Right knee hugs to chest. Send it back to the sky. Inhale. Step your right foot forwards in between the legs. Taking your time, find your runner's lunge. Just send the gaze forwards. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Rise up to your high lunge. Arms sweep overhead and just dip into the hips a little bit. So a little burst of energy now, guys. Hands are gonna come to the floor. At the same time, throw your left leg to the sky, standing split. We do that again. Left toes gently to the back of the mat. High lunge. When you're ready, nice and powerful. Hands to floor. Sweep that left leg to the sky. Squeeze your glute. One more time, guys. Left toes down. High lunge. Fire it up. Bring it forwards. Hands to floor. Left leg to sky. Well done. Option here, guys. You might choose to bind left hand around your right ankle. Hug your tummy, your nose towards your standing leg. One more breath. And release. Well done, guys. Come back to your high lunge. Circle the arms up to the sky. Take a moment here. Breathe. Well done, everybody. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. And just come to Tadasana, stand tall. We're going to maintain focus on this right leg. Send the arms up to the sky. Inhale, left knee to chest. Extend the left heel forwards. This is the challenge, guys. Draw in the lower belly. Start to bend your standing leg. Reach your arms forwards. Maybe even grab the toes if that's available. Pistol squat all the way down, hips and bottom gently to the floor, or just come to sit down, however is most easy. We want this right leg, left leg out, right leg is still hugging in. From here, your right knee is just gonna drop out to the side into your seated tree pose. Sole of right foot to left thigh. Square off your ribs, nice and straight over the left leg. Inhale and stretch the arms up and just lean forwards. Options, guys. Fingertips can either just come to the floor. You might grab the ankle or the blade and big toe of the foot. Roll the shoulders down your back and start to fold a little bit deeper. Focus on length from hips to rib cage rather than just trying to get your head down. This is big no-no. Lengthen through the upper body. The more you switch on the space between your shoulder blades and lengthen your back, the more you will target your hamstring. As soon as the shoulders start to round, you're going into lower back territory. Well done, guys. Much better to be here rather than here. Give me one more breath. Find maximum. Hug and fold all the way down. Excellent work, guys. Gently release. Just lifting up the head. You're going to bend that right knee, left knee, a little push. Come onto that left foot and just step the right leg back and take it to vinyasa. Nice and strong in the core. Flow with your breath. We meet together in downward facing dog. Onto that second side, final side, feet together at the back of the mat. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Left knee to left elbow, exhale, drift forwards. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale to the right elbow, twist under the body. Shoot your foot off the mat, into your fallen triangle, spin back heel to the floor, open right arm to the sky. Start to lower your hips gently to the floor. You're facing the back of your mat, wide leg fold. Arms come up to the sky, lean forwards. Use your fingertips on the ground to support. Try and keep all 10 toes facing the sky. Bow down, one more breath. Returning the hands under the shoulders, sit up. Out the way we came in, left hand behind your back, point the toes. Sweep your right arm to the sky, the hips follow. Return the right hand to the floor, face your mat, scooping the left knee in. Left leg goes to the sky, three-leg dog. Step it forwards in between the hands, runner's lunge. Take your time. Squeeze through the inner thighs, circle the arms up to the sky. We rise to high lunge. Well done, guys. Take your time. Breathe. Into a standing split, 3 rounds. Throw hands to floor. You're going to catch the foot at the top. Right leg goes high to the sky. Fold. Bring those right toes back to the mat. Gently, controlled. High lunge. Lift the arms. We go again. Nice and powerful. Hands to floor. Right leg goes up. Push. And we gently bring it back down. Well done, guys. One more time. High lunge. Prepare. Standing split. Right leg goes up, up, up to the sky. We hold it here. Squeeze that right glute. You might choose to bind right hand onto left ankle. Pull your tummy, your chest and your nose closer towards your standing leg. Squeeze through right hip. And release. Well done, guys. Right toes gently to the floor. Take your time. Slowly rise up the head. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Nice and easy. Tadasana here at the front. Well done, guys. Nearly there. We focus on this standing left leg. Arms go up as the right knee rises to chest. Kick the right heel forwards. Pistol squat nice and strong. Bend your standing leg. Reach the arms forwards or grab the foot. Can you bring your bottom all the way down? Nice and controlled. And you gently sit down. Or meet us here on the floor. Seated tree pose, Janusarasana. Sole of left foot to inner thigh. Nice and tall. We want to create space in the side of the body. All 10 fingers reach up from your lower back. Lean forwards, either bringing fingertips to the ground, hands onto the ankle or grabbing the foot. Shoulders away, squeeze that space between your shoulder blades and just start to pull your tummy down over that left thigh. Focus on trying to close the angle at your right hip between tummy and thigh rather than how close your head gets to your knee. Let's go for 3 breaths, guys. Nice and strong. Rib cage along the leg. 2 more times. And last breath in. Very well done. Slowly rise up. From here, guys, you're just going to lean back on both hands. Send that left leg out straight and have a little tap in the knees. Super work, guys. To finish, we're going to do both legs together. Before we get there, point through both toes. Turn your fingers to face the top of your mat and rise up your hips, reverse plank. If you need to, bend the knees, reverse tabletop, all good. Lift, lift, lift through the heart. And sit the hips back to the ground. Flex your ankles, all 10 toes up to the sky. Reach up through the fingertips, leaning forwards into your Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Again, you just support hands onto floor, grabbing the ankles, the feet, peace finger bind, whatever is available. You've got 3 breaths. Inhale, draw in the belly button. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale for 2. Tummy closing down to thighs. Last breath, guys, maximum. Just bow down. And release. Great work, guys. Come to sit up. If you're not quite at the top of your mat, just scooch forwards a little bit. Point through the toes, reach the arms forwards, hug your belly button in and start to kill to lie down. Head is the last to reach the floor. Squeeze those abs, gently bringing the shoulders and the head to the ground. Take a nice big stretch up and overhead. Breathe in. And as you exhale, completely relax into the floor. Perhaps moving your hands to wherever feels most comfortable. Let the toes drop out. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Shavasana. The time you have earned at the end of your practice, no matter how short or how long your practice may be, to just find a moment to be still, calm, peaceful. Just feel your body melt under gravity into your mat. Start to deepen your breath. Add a wiggle of the fingers and the toes, and just slowly wake up. When it feels right, take it to a big stretch once more. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a final hug. And then gently roll over to one side. Using a hand, press up to a comfortable seated position. Perhaps leaving the eyes closed or just dropping the gaze towards the ground. We give ourselves this last moment here at the end just to notice how we now feel. Thank yourself for the time and the energy you have given to your practice. We close with palms together at the heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning into this class, everybody. If you're liking what I do, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel as I grow my videos here. Hopefully, I will see you in another class soon.